So I'm going to offer 4 takeaways or 4 things to think about when teaching Black history. I think that Black History Month is a great time to celebrate, lift up, and highlight the achievements of African Americans and the experiences. But this should be a year-long endeavor, in fact, a lifelong endeavor in terms of learning, focus, and attention. What you really want to do is balance 3 key things: the idea of oppression, the idea of resistance, the idea of Black joy. All 3 are central to the African American experience, and oftentimes there might be a tendency to emphasize exploitation and oppression, which is a key important part of Black history in America. But that's not all it is, right? There's a tremendous amount of agency, and that's why this resistance piece is really important. Yet you don't want the story to simply be about struggle and resisting the struggle. And so this idea of Black joy brings in yet another sort of layer important of the Black experience, right? And that is just living as humans and being able to experience joy and the fullness of humanity. This leads me to actually my 3rd point. And this idea comes from scholar Eric King, and it's the idea of teaching Black emotionality more broadly. So beyond joy, teach about fear, rage, sadness, hope, the full spectrum. Teach those textures, those nuances, the depth of humanity of Black people. The 4th thing to focus on would be provide a variety of experiences and perspectives when teaching African American history, right? There's not just a story of a great individual or a certain movement that had one idea and philosophy. To really understand Black history, you want to understand that there's nuance, texture, oftentimes competing ideas. One high-level example I always like to give is how Shirley Chisholm, one of my heroes, was a great example of how somebody could create change for Black people working within the system. Whereas Ida B. Wells, another one of my heroes, is a great example of how you can be an activist that works outside the system to affect change. We need to look at different examples, different perspectives, and different ways of going about things when we're looking at Black history.